There's like a blue hue coming out of here. I don't know why. It's the reflection of the TV. What's up, guys? Hello again. So yeah, quick discussion, not movie related or history related. Just I don't know. I guess this time of year, when the weather's just a break, a little warmer, people travel. I've been to like Puerto Rico, Florida, and other parts of the United States. Nothing really far, like Maryland, and Delaware. Um, but internationally, oh god, the sky's the limit. The only thing is, it costs a lot of money, and you gotta have a lot of free time, or I don't know, just not care. But yeah, I'm sometimes a little envious of people that have these extravagant long vacations. It's something I always wanted to do, but like I said, money limitations and just time in general and work. You have to kind of work with your schedule, and sometimes it doesn't always work out. Your job doesn't always give you the freedom to go ahead and do that. So whatever. But I don't know. Yeah, one day, I guess. A lot of people I know that are foreign nationals. They're Americans, but they came from somewhere else. They'll go back because they have family over there. That's always a cool excuse too, to go back and travel. Like for me, for example, I still got family like in Sicily, so I guess I could go back. That's another excuse I could use, but I mean, that's one of the places, obviously. If you haven't noticed, that's where number one where I would probably go uh, to visit because it just kind of makes sense. But there's so much more. I would love to go to Greece. That's on the list. Not my bucket list per se, but definitely on my traveling list. Uh, see the Aegean Islands. Not so much Athens because I don't want to go to the touristy spots that much. I'm gonna see like the landscape. People always told me if you want to see the countryside and a good representation of the country you're visiting, go check out the places that are not like on the itineraries, pretty much. So you get kind of a feel of what people are doing and how they live. So yeah, kind of stay off the track, go off the track. Um, Cyprus, it's beautiful. It's got that, it's the island's kind of like cut in half between the Turkish side and the Greek side. So it's got like the best. It has like a Middle Eastern flair to it, where it's at. It's like in between Turkey, Middle East. Really attractive, really good weather I hear. So that's cool. I'm trying to think where else. I mean, times are weird. We're just getting over the pandemic. Now there's a war in Europe. Thanks, Putin. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I didn't want to get into that. But so things like that, you kind of worry, or maybe you don't have a conscience. I don't know. Like I said, that would be the first thing on my mind. Like, oh my God, am I gonna make it from A to B? You gotta worry now. But I don't know. Uh, yeah, I'd love to see parts of the Middle East. But it's rough. I guess like the friendly Middle Eastern countries like Jordan, Jerusalem, definitely on the list. Um, Not quite Israel, but definitely Jerusalem, just because of the history for that. I would love to check out. I'm trying to think what else. Jordan, if I can. You know, the United Arab Emirates. I hear that's a beautiful. It's like the Vegas of the Arab countries. As far as Asia goes, definitely Mongolia. Once again, because of the history. Um, Uzbekistan's recently be added to my list because they have such a big history. It's a really attractive looking Central Asian country, I believe, and it's just got so much history. The buildings reflect this Turkish Arab Muslim transition that they developed in their own. That's inflected into the buildings, and the artwork there is just amazing. Um, let's see, Northern Europe, obviously. I love Vikings, so I love to see Norway, Sweden, Denmark, the Netherlands. Um, Not so much Germany, but I love to see Austria because of the mountainsides here. They look amazing. You can't really describe them. And pictures don't do it justice. England, maybe like a layover. I'll do in England. Uh, obviously you already heard my thoughts on Italy. Any parts of Italy. I mean, mostly the south. My family comes from the south. Uh, Naples, a little bit central, southwest, I guess you could say, Abruzzi. Sicily, for sure, obviously, it goes without questioning. Sicily is like the east meets west kind of crossing point, so definitely there. Um, God, not China. I don't know. It seems complicated. Um, South Korea, for sure. That's another fantastic place I would definitely love to go. Um, oh, Japan. Oh my God, huge fan of Godzilla. So I gotta see where it was that idea was conceived. And to me, Japan looks like one of the futuristic Blade Runner cities you would see like in some like sci-fi dystopian movie. It's really happening there, and it's cool. I'm trying to think where else. I mean, there's other parts of the United States. Obviously, I've never been to the West Coast, so the West Coast is definitely on the list. California, Vegas. Maybe not so much Vegas. That would imply gambling, but I know there's other things to see in like Nevada, Arizona, Texas, because I think even though it's the South, it has like a charm, Texas, and people, are very proud of where they come from, especially Texans. I hear it all the time. Don't mess with Texas. I'm like, okay, well, obviously, there must be something really good there. So, yeah, I mean, you get visions of the Wild West. I like, spaghetti westerns, so it kind of makes sense. Even though spaghetti westerns weren't filmed in Texas, they represent that, and just to see part of that Americana kind of culture is pretty interesting to me. South America, actually, because of obviously the European influence. So places like Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay still have that colonial European feel to it, which I think is interesting because it mismatches with the native culture there. So that's pretty interesting. And yeah, South America definitely has its charm. That goes without saying. Gotta name them all. There's so many. I mean, India, obviously, Bollywood. I mean, that guy goes without saying. I love love Indian food, love their culture, and would definitely love to go see them. Just you know, not just the Taj Mahal. India is very big. Their influence is very big. Even the neighboring places like Nepal, love to see Nepal. Kathmandu is on the list. Uh, it was Russia. Right now things are kind of funny. So I mean, because once again, cultural wise, I love it. I love the whole their cathedrals, the Orthodox churches, which are kind of found elsewhere too. Um, so if I want to explore that type of architect, I could always go, like Eastern Europe, for example, Romania, the home of Dracula, and so many other great events that happened in history. The buildings, like I said, the architect, I'm really attracted to that old school European feel. The Czech Republic has a lot of ancient Gothic style buildings. Uh, Spain, especially southern Spain, Andalusia, because they were under that the Moorish occupation for a long time, so they still have that Islamic influence in the buildings, and that's probably a sight to be seen. Serbia, they have one of the biggest churches, cathedrals there. Uh, I believe it's modeled after the Hagia Sophia. That was the Byzantine church. That's a mosque now in Istanbul. But the artwork is incredible. It took a very long time. Croatia, because of the Rome. So they have a Roman Colosseum there. So if you don't feel like, I guess, paying the exacerbated prices in Rome, if you want to see a Colosseum of the same ilk pretty much as the one in Rome, you could go to Croatia. And in fact, Diocletian, a former Roman emperor, has his palace there too, which has like a kind of like a mix of cultures. He's got like the Egyptian, the Sphinx and stuff. He brought him over. It's cool. Check it out. They filmed Game of Thrones there, so that's interesting. So definitely Croatia. Albania, like I said, there's a lot of good history there too. A lot of shared history with with the surrounding regions. I'm trying to think. Oh my God, just mentioned it. Egypt. Yeah, right. I would definitely, without a doubt, because of the pyramids, obviously. Just the culture, the street food I hear is amazing. What's not to like about Egypt? So yeah, Morocco, because it's Morocco. Oh man, but yeah, I go on and on, and just yeah, very expensive. All those places I listed, you got like a separate bank account just for that. But no, I always encourage people to travel, especially places they've never been before, because if you stay in one place too long, you, you learn nothing. You can Google all you want, but feeling it, touching the actual differences of someone else's land is an experience, and I highly recommend it. I can't wait to do it. I hope you're planning your vacation, and go risky. Don't too risky now, and then you'll be smart. Okay, if anything. But yeah, I can't recommend it enough to see, uh, a culture that's not your own. Even if it's scary, take the risk. Just know the limitations. That's all I say. Be wise. Be smart. Do your research before you go. Learn a phrase or two. They love that when you actually learn a language of the country you're visiting. People respect you just a little bit more. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Those are some of the many places I like to visit. Uh, hopefully, at some point in my lifetime, I like to take me and my family to this grandioso global tour. Like I said, I really hope things calm down, pandemic-wise, which they have, and war-wise, which I hope gets settled very, very soon, because these are very weird, strange times, and I just hope we could, get along, because what's not to see? The sky's the limit, and what better time than now, All right, guys. So yeah, those are all the places I would like to visit one day, and I hope you visit, the same or the equal amount of the places I want to go to, because, like I said, once you get enthralled in those different cultures and cross cultures, and just between the food, the language, it's a really cool experience, and take a lot of pictures. So I always say, or videos, whatever. All right. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't text and drive. All right, guys. See you all very, very soon.